Phil Lindemann with your midday news on Krystal 93. Weekend traffic took a tumble on I-70, falling to just over 134,000 vehicles Friday through Sunday. That's the lowest three-day total since mid-June, down 11% from last weekend, which was the busiest of summer so far. Never a dull moment on I-70 over the weekend, starting with major mud and rock slide closures Friday following heavy downpours. I-70 at Glenwood Canyon and US 6 at Loveland Pass were closed over the weekend as CDOT cleaned up the carnage. Both are open again in both directions. We also had mudslide closures on 10 Mile Rec Path outside Frisco and the Summit County landfill. Yesterday near Gypsum, a break fire sparked a small roadside wildfire around 2 p.m. The interstate was closed in both directions for 2 hours. That fire was contained within 5 hours. And just when you think you've seen it all, on Friday night, authorities in Eagle were wrangling rodeo animals off of eastbound I-70 after 4 horses escaped from Eagle County Fairgrounds. Rodeo riders helped police corral the runaways and return them to safety. No animals or people were injured. Authorities in Larimer County recovered the body of a man who went missing last week during flash flooding in Poudre Canyon. Colorado Public Radio reports 2 people are still missing near the town of Rustic. Rescuers were using heavy machinery to sift through debris from downed trees and at least 5 demolished buildings. Summit Public Health confirms at least 55 local cases of COVID-19 in the past week alone, an average of nearly 8 per day for the most cases since early April, trending similar to spikes we saw in October. COVID sent 4 people to the hospital about 2 weeks ago, no one since then. Across the West, caseload is falling in Nevada, Utah, Wyoming, and Washington, steady in Colorado and Idaho, and rising in Arizona and California. Registration for the upcoming school year is just 2 weeks away at Summit School District, and administrators are reviewing COVID protocols. They have not yet decided if cohorts and blended learning will return or if all ages must wear face masks. Summit's latest public health order requires masks for children ages 2 to 11 at indoor childcare centers through end of this month at least. The school board meets tomorrow for a special retreat. They should have COVID protocols ready to go and announced by next week. Police in Kremmling are investigating a suspected kidnapping and sexual assault. This from Sky High News. A woman from Parker reports she was kidnapped on Park Avenue in downtown Kremmling Friday afternoon. The alleged kidnapper then assaulted her on County Road 73 en route to Fraser. About 4 hours later, she called the police. She describes the perpetrator as a man in his 20s with brown hair, brown eyes, and no facial hair. In sports, the Rockies lost to the Dodgers yesterday, 3-2. Today, the Rockies open a series with the Angels at 7:40. Krystal 93 correspondent Matt Renoux of 9 News is covering the Tokyo Olympics, where athletes are under the microscope even more than usual.
They all are adhering to the protocols in Japan, which are extremely restrictive for athletes. I mean, there's apps on their phones that track them, so they know where they're at. They're required to stay in their hotels or their gyms, and then they have training slots when they go to those gyms. And a lot of times they can't just go ride their bike outside. They have to sign up for certain times for that sort of thing.
Stay tuned this week and next as we check in with Matt, keeping tabs on more than 25 Colorado Olympians. And in local sports, brought to you by American Family Insurance, the Weiss Agency, Race 4 of the Summit Mountain Challenge Town Series is this Wednesday at the Soda Creek Scramble outside Keystone, with portions riding on the Colorado Trail. Get signed up at mavsports.com. Phil Lindemann, Krystal 93 News.